Men of Bharatvarsha. We have seen ruin and decay, termites rotting and eating away at the core institutions of this very nation, of this republic, the Indian Republic. Delhi Raj, we are seeing instability grow in it. We are seeing within the very institutions that hold this government, the structure of this country, is being questioned under scrutiny and being challenged on a terrifying, terrifying, frequent basis. I mean, the very foundation, the form that this republic, the Delhi Raj, has taken, which is democracy, is being questioned. What has happened is the issue of vote chori is still being talked about by the common man in states not limited to the north, but all the way down to the south, northeast, west, and North India, Uttarakhand, Himachal, Punjab. The fact is that the party against whom these charges have been leveled against, these accusations, has not concretely and definitely settled this matter, to bury this matter once and for all in the public's mind, either as a true or false, as merely slander from another electoral party. But we have had no definite answer. All we have is doubt and a gray zone regarding this. The fact and the lie has not been weeded out. The chaff has not been hushed out from the wheat. The grain cover has not been removed from the rice. And the seed is still in the fruit. This matter has not come to a definite conclusion whether it was true that there was indeed electoral stealing, vote chori, or there was not. Straddling the middle road, confusion is in the minds of every one of us. And this confusion is not a petty confusion. It is not some trivial matter like this politician, say Bengal, said something and his rival in some tiny party in Chhattisgarh said something back to him. It is not some trivial political gimmicks that keep occurring daily, which we read on the newspaper. But this is a question, first time, or one of the very, very few times, that the very basis, the cornerstone of the Delhi Raj is being challenged, the democracy. This is not a sign of a healthy government. This is not the sign of a healthy state. And this is just one of the many signs indicating decay, ruin, and internal rot that has befallen our country. It is not a sudden event. It is not an explosion. But just like how we sleep on a bed every day at the same time and nothing ever changes, that one day it breaks, just snaps, breaks into pieces, powder, sawdust all over the floor when we sit on it. We question ourselves why 2 years it was perfect and why now? Well, because when we see the fallen dust and broken and we turn the wood pieces, we see the thousands of buried holes and the thousands of disgusting white termites that have been burrowing at it from 2 years. That, my friends, is how rot and decay of a nation occurs. It is not instant, it is not sudden, it is not grand, It does not come with a big boom blast. No, it comes unexpectedly and snaps. There is no warning, but it snaps. And just like that, in an instant, everything you know, everything you believed was stable, everything you trusted, all the public opinion and great beliefs you had about the government disappears in 1 2 days. And we could prevent all of this if we had decided to look underneath the bed and see all the termites, and if we decided to invest in some damn pesticide. That's it. All we needed was a little pesticide, and this would have never happened. But that pesticide we have not implemented in our own Delhi Raj, in our government, in this form of country, we have not implemented it. Since 1947, these termites have been burrowing through the roots and veins of this nation, the society, economy, culture, history, and of course the government. They have been burrowing at it. And now, just like how a few days before the bed would collapse, we're reaching points where the structural integrity is weakening, and now more and more people are seeing the symptoms. People believe that it's happened because of this government, or that the previous government, the UK, has caused all the problems in this nation, or that the current government, the NDA government, is the reason of all. But no, these two are not. It goes all the way back. The termites have been burrowing uninterrupted for more than 80 years, and now we are seeing more and more signs. This is something we must all take immediate attention and give our utmost importance to, not some damn Instagram beef or some kind of trivial issue, some kind of tiny controversy that this guy said something about him, he said something back about him, or that this movie came and that person said the movie is not good and he's fighting on this movie. This actor's fan fought with this actor, because this is all that is there in our news. That is all that comes in our newspaper. That is all that comes in our YouTube feed. That is all these influencers who are supposed to educate the general public do, instead of helping them think and have better political understanding and giving them greater political knowledge of this country. Instead of doing that, they are polluting our minds. In fact, well, I can say very clearly that the Indian mind is more polluted than the air of Delhi, undeniably. The type of content that we are not chosen, but we are fed through all forms of media, TV, newspaper, even on YouTube, the influencers, so-called influencers, are garbage, deliberately infested to fill us, to sap that critical thinking, and to think of the bigger picture, and to think of this nation as a nationalist, as an Indian, as a Bharatiya, as an Aryan, as a whole, dividing us with petty political issues. When the polluted mind is filled with gunk, you cannot think clearly. And when you cannot think clearly, you can be scammed, you can be fooled. All of these is not accidental. It is not a coincidence that our media is gunk, garbage, but it is part of a concerted effort by the very same termites, like an octopus, choking every institution, the economy, the culture, the various states, whether it be the north, west, east, or south, money, the laws, and even the public opinion, manipulating the public. Like a tentacle of an octopus, it has grabbed its filthy tentacles all over and choking this country's vital juices out of it, rotting it like a parasite, like a tapeworm, sucking the blood out of its host. And when that happens, what Do you think the animal will be ready to take on a predator? A deer infested with tapeworms cannot fight against a bear, or a bobcat, or a coyote. And we are surrounded by predators. China, USA, Russia. We see more and more that the world is becoming more hostile, aggressive, and more individualistic. That notion of we're all in this together, that globalism feeling that all of us together now there is eternal world peace. We slowly start seeing the three, we are seeing slowly that that is a hollow promise. The gaps in the vision, the holes in the fog is now being seen. And where is India in all of this? Are we prepared to take on these countries? Are we prepared to defend our rights? Are we ready and prepared to defend our way of life? No, we weren't in 1962 and not in 2025 either. We are divided, small minded, selfish, and it is not the fault of the public, but it is the fault of those insidious termites that have been rotting away at the very vitals of this nation for the past 80 years, and who have roots going back all the way to the British time. And even before that, the colluders, those who sided with the invaders, those who betrayed the people, we've always had that type in our nation, the termite. Those who see profit in the ashes of the worker. Those that see gold in the blood of the weaver. And those that see money in the suffering of the poor, of the workers. This time we realize that not an election will fix this, that a new government which will come after this one again either will not have enough strength to push through the real change that is needed to make this country developed, strong, and powerful and reach the golden birth that it once was, or it will instead just be handicapped, forced by the termites to be its puppet. An election cannot save us. We, the people, must. We must unite, and together we must remove the pollution from our heads, block our ears from all the garbage and noise, keeping the same sole goal in mind, which is a developed country, a powerful country, a strong country, and a country for the people to uplift even the lowest stratum of society, no matter his religion, no matter his caste, no matter his background or which state he is from. Everyone must be uplifted. The farmer in Mizoram must be uplifted just as much as the Kashmir weaver, just as much as the rice farmer down in Kerala, just as much as a fisherman in Gujarat. Every one of them must be uplifted. We cannot let any one part prosper while the rest suffers. No. The only way that this country prospers as a whole is if the entire society is lifted as a whole, especially if the lower class in particular is lifted in a whole. We, the people, must realize that this is a big change that cannot be changed in one election, but requires our constant pressure, our constant request, and our constant will to make a better and stronger nation. It was once considered impossible to get independence from the British, but we did it. We have been here for more than 5,000 years. We are the longest surviving culture and people ever, and we will endure the hard times. We can triumph, and we will triumph over the termites, and we will become strong like we once was. We have gone through many ups and downs in our history of more than 5,000 years. and we will come out of this down, and we will reach the greatest peaks and the greatest heights that this nation's history has ever seen. Everyone in this nation, every state, every caste, every religion, every man, woman, and child will be uplifted only if we, the people, we, the public, come together and realize that this is bigger than an election, this is bigger than these coalition politics, this is bigger than electioneering and that gaming the system. This is something that needs a great reform that can only be enacted by public will. That means me and my neighbor, your maid in the house, the person who cooks the food, the Uber driver, the Swiggy delivery boy, the barista, the worker in a factory, all of us, only all of us together can make this country the golden bird that it once was, to take us to heights we have never seen, but we know is possible.